Hello and welcome to the Sagittarius Full Moon. Now, the Sagittarius Full Moon is a special full moon because it has the virtue of benevolence. Benevolence is perhaps one of the unique qualities that all sentient beings that are on the evolutionary path profess. Benevolence is the ability to channel compassion and generosity in a way that your sole commitment is contributing to others. Benevolence is about making a difference, it's about contribution, it is about service, it is about giving. Benevolence is at the foundation also what makes us human. It is also at the foundation of what makes us a family or a community. Benevolence is the highest expression of an intelligent, courageous heart. Benevolence is also an expression of someone who's spiritually aligned. Because the more you become spiritually aligned, the more you recognize we are one with all and all are one. So expressing benevolence, generosity for others is a way of us nourishing ourselves. Now, the Sagittarius full moon of benevolence is complete also with 4 complete qualities. The first quality is gentleness with inclusiveness, and both are individually important. Gentleness is about being able to handle with care people, circumstances, and situations around you. Why has it been paired with inclusiveness? Inclusiveness is being able to have a warm embrace where in your heart of benevolence, you are not leaving people out because they look different from you, they talk different from you, they believe different from you, they pray different from you, etc., etc., etc. Being able to have that warm, gentle, accepting embrace for each and every one, that harmless, unconditional acceptance is at the source of gentleness with inclusiveness. Gentleness is very important because when you are gentle with people, their threat perception is low. They are less defensive. When they are less defensive, you can be vulnerable, they can be vulnerable, and there is more authentic exchange and a more authentic relationship that is brought forth in gentleness with inclusiveness. The next quality is generosity with friendliness. Generosity is obviously easy to understand. Generosity is the capacity to give. Give more than what's comfortable. Give unconditionally. Friendliness is very, very important. When you have generosity with friendliness, it does not create a power dynamic that I give and you receive. Therefore, somehow, I am in a more exalted position than you. Generosity with friendliness is capacity to give while being with the other person. It brings forth an experience of sharing. Generosity with friendliness equals to sharing. So literally an expression that I'm sharing with you what I have because I care about you. The next quality is sincerity with straightforwardness. Sincerity essentially is the virtue of being committed to your vision. That is sincerity. Being committed to your word, being committed to your promises, being committed to your vision in life. Straightforwardness is the capacity to be authentic and deliver communications without twisting and twirling them to adjust them based on what people would like to hear. Many of us sometimes want to say things that people want to hear from us. Or we would say some things in a way that people would like hearing. That borderlines on manipulation. Now, straightforwardness is not rudeness. Straightforwardness means having a believability of transparency. So when you are being sincere and transparent, the other person experiences that you are straightforward, you are not complicated. It's very easy to trust you. Sincerity with straightforwardness creates more trust. Trust me about this. Even the most difficult conversation, when you have them with sincerity, say, I'm having this conversation with sincerity. I'm having this conversation with you because this is what I'm committed to in my relationship with you. And then you can have a straightforward conversation without triggering the other person because they recognize you're not operating from reaction. You're not operating from anger, fear, guilt, and greed. You're operating from sincere commitment. And you are being transparent and authentic in what you say. It's a superb quality to master, to live an uncomplicated life. The final quality is capacity to be happy and fulfilled. Look, and it's funny that I'm talking to you about it. I mean, I just finished writing a book, which has been published now, about the science of happiness. Happiness is not something that lives outside of us. It's a state of being that we have to nurture within us. Fulfillment is also a state of being that we arrive as we are living from meaning and purpose. By default, these things don't happen. We have to intentionally nurture this capacity within us. So imagine if you went up and asked in the morning and asked yourself, how am I doing in my capacity to be happy? Instead of asking the question, am I happy or not happy? Or asking a question called, having what will make me happy? Or doing what will make me happy? Capacity to be happy is an aspect of cultivation of the ability to receive all the blessings and abundance of life, happiness being one of them, and experiencing that deep sense of purpose that leads to fulfillment. So virtue of benevolence essentially manifests itself when we operate in the world while including everybody. With gentle and inclusiveness, we are generous and friendly at the same time. So there is a power with dynamic. There's a dynamic of sharing and caring. When in the right time, we have the capacity to hold people to account with sincerity and straightforwardness. In the end, the harvest that you get for yourself and your life is your capacity to be happy and fulfilled. I wish you a very happy full moon of Sagittarius.